Hello and welcome to Americans Learn. My name is Lauren, and today I'm going to be looking at a video entitled 10 Bizarre Facts You Never Knew About the Human Brain. This just kind of popped out to me after I was finished filming the last video. It was just like in my, suggested column, so that's why I'm watching it. It's from a channel called Factopia. It's this very small channel. Factopia. So if we like it, y'all go check them out. Let's get them to 300 subscribers. Let's go. So 10 bizarre facts I never knew about the human brain. I'm curious to see what they're going to tell me about it. Let's go.
What's the most powerful organ in the human body? You might think it's the heart or the lungs.
I was like skin, but that's just the largest one, I think. They're gonna tell me it's the brain.
But the truth is, it's the brain. And in this video, we will explore 10 bizarre facts you never knew about this incredible organ.
Okay, let's
Number
go.
10. The brain can predict the future. The brain's ability to predict the future relies on a network known as the default mode network, DMN, which becomes active during rest and self-reflection, allowing us to simulate future events mentally. By drawing on past experiences, contextual cues, and patterns, the DMN creates an expectation of what might happen next, a function often called predictive coding. This predictive mechanism is essential for navigating daily life, helping us anticipate the outcome of interactions or recognize familiar situations more quickly. For example, when you're about to cross a busy street, your brain processes the movement of approaching cars. It predicts their path, allowing you to act before consciously registering danger.
See, my brain predicts the future and it predicts it wrong all the time. So what my brain does is it sees like a table sticking out or a sharp corner or something, and it's like, hey, don't run into that. And then because I've thought it, don't run into that, my brain then believes that I've already gone past it, even when I haven't gone past it, and then I run into it. So my DNP or whatever does not work. It's like we already did that. We're gonna run into the thing. Don't run into the thing. I won't run into the boom. Every time. Happens a lot. It happened to me at the door to like my childhood bathroom, like the door jam. I just ran in, I walked too close to the door every single time I was leaving the bathroom, and I knew it happened every single time. So I thought every single time, hey, I'm gonna run into the door jam, I need to move aside. And then my brain would think I'd already done it because I thought it, and then I would hit the door jam. I literally hit it with my hip so many times it came out of the wall. It was crazy.
This system enables quick reactions and can even influence how we perceive sensory information, sometimes filling in gaps or generating illusions based on what the brain expects. Number 9. The brain is
I can see that too. It's like we talk about ghost hunting or whatever sometimes. It's like you see what you expect to see because your brain is it's been primed to believe certain things. So you end up in a place where you've been told this will happen, and this will happen. And then you just use that to sort of make those connections. And then you think it happened, even though there's another explanation than ghosts.
Mostly water. The human brain is remarkably water dependent, with around 75% of its composition being water. This high water content is crucial for maintaining the brain's functionality and structural integrity. Proper hydration affects everything from neurotransmitter synthesis to the efficiency of neural communication. Cognitive performance can decline significantly when the body is slightly dehydrated, around a 2% drop in water levels, affecting concentration, short-term memory, and mood.
Dang.
Studies show that dehydration impairs the brain's ability to perform complex tasks and can increase the perception of fatigue and anxiety. This is because water plays an essential role in delivering nutrients, removing toxins, and maintaining the electrical properties of neurons.
I want water now. Just I have tea with me right now, but I just made it, so it's hot. And I'm but now I kind of just want water. My roommate bought some these Soleils, these sparkling waters, and I tried one today, and it was so disgusting. I was like, man, so now I only have regular water to drink or tea. It's sad day.
Brain cells require twice the amount of energy as other cells,
Oh,
making
wow, I did not
hydration
know that.
essential to keep them functioning at peak capacity. Number 8. Your brain shrinks when you fall asleep.
What?
When we sleep, the brain undergoes a fascinating process that helps maintain cognitive health. It shrinks slightly, creating more space between brain cells, which allows cerebrospinal fluid to flow more freely through these gaps. This increase in fluid circulation clears out metabolic waste, including
Ew.
potentially harmful proteins like beta amyloid and tau, which are linked to neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's. This glymphatic system acts like a cleaning crew, washing away toxins that accumulate during the day. Studies have shown that this glymphatic activity peaks during deep sleep, particularly during slow-wave sleep, emphasizing the importance of getting adequate restful sleep to maintain brain health. Number
Well, I'm
7.
boned.
The brain has no pain receptors. The human brain is completely devoid of pain receptors, meaning it cannot feel pain
Oh.
directly. This unique feature is why
Interesting.
neurosurgeons can perform brain surgeries with the patient awake, often interacting with them.
Oh, that is cool. Okay. That might also be why sometimes you have a disproportionate reaction to things hurting or not hurting. Because your brain is like, I don't know how that's actually supposed to feel. I can't feel anything. So you step on a Lego and your brain goes, ah! You know, or paper cut. And it's like the worst thing in the entire world. And then it's like, your brain's like, I don't know. Ouch.
To ensure critical areas aren't
I
damaged.
love that this costume here, whatever, this, because I'm pretty sure this is just like it still says extra large on it. It's like you didn't want to take that off. You didn't want to take that off, the sticker off.
The pain we associate with headaches or migraines stems from the sensitive nerves, blood vessels, and tissues surrounding the brain. Structures like the meninges, protective layers covering the brain, and blood vessels are rich in nociceptors, or pain receptors, which signal pain to the brain when stimulated by factors such as swelling, blood pressure changes, or inflammation.
Okay.
This complex network ensures that while the brain can sense pain originating from other parts of the body, it remains immune to pain, a fascinating protective quirk of human biology that allows for specialized surgical procedures and insights into how we perceive pain. Number
That's
6.
really cool. I
There
did
are
not
more
know
neurons
that.
in the brain than stars in the Milky Way.
I feel like I've heard that.
The human
one.
brain is a marvel of complexity, containing roughly 86 billion neurons, each connecting to thousands of others in an intricate web of trillions of synaptic connections. This vast network far exceeds the estimated number of stars in the Milky Way,
It is
which
kinda
ranges
crazy,
from
though.
100 to 400 billion. Neurons communicate through tiny electrical impulses, forming the basis for every thought, memory, and movement. Each neuron can form connections with many others, creating an almost unfathomable level of interactivity and processing power. This network allows for sophisticated tasks, from abstract thinking to sensory processing. Scientists estimate that the number of possible neural pathways in the brain is more than the total atoms in the observable universe,
Whoa.
highlighting how the brain's structure supports human consciousness and our potential for creativity, learning,
Wow,
and
that's
adaptation.
crazy.
Number 5. Brain activity can outlive the heart. Brain activity can outlive the heart is one of the most intriguing aspects of our understanding of death and consciousness. When the heart stops,
Right. I was thinking that because like that's how you can bring people back, right? After several minutes or whatever, because it's like the activity is still like there's still brain stuff going on. So it's like you can restart the heart and lungs and they haven't lost too much. Cause like brain death, it's a big problem. Like that's really what does you in, right?
the brain doesn't instantly shut off. Instead, it can continue to show electrical activity for a short period.
But that's also why I think, isn't that also why like you have to, like, if someone is going to be brought back, it has to be done really, really quickly because the lack of oxygen to the brain really, really can damage it.
Studies in animals and some human observations reveal that brain waves may persist for minutes after cardiac arrest, suggesting a gradual decline rather than an abrupt end to brain function. This phenomenon has fueled scientific curiosity about what happens in the brain during the transition between life and death. Research has shown that neurons receive a surge of electrical signals after blood flow stops, likely due to the brain's attempt to preserve itself in a crisis. This brief period of activity has been hypothesized to contribute to near-death experiences, where some people report vivid memories, sensations, or even feelings of peace.
That tracks.
Number 4.
That makes sense.
It creates its own reality. The human brain doesn't passively perceive reality. It actively constructs it based on past experiences, expectations, and available sensory information. Neuroscientists explain that this process, known as predictive coding, means the brain is constantly creating an internal model of the world to make sense of incoming stimuli. Instead of waiting to gather and analyze all sensory input before reacting, the brain relies on predictions about what will happen. When new information arrives, it only modifies or updates the pre-existing model if something unexpected occurs. This mechanism enables the brain to process information faster and conserve energy, but it can also lead to perceptual errors. Number 3.
That's like why witness statements are not really admissible in court. Like, it's like, yeah, you're an eyewitness, but like, they've done a lot of studies about that, about how like eyewitness testimony is really unreliable. And it's so easy to lead people one way or the other. And like, it's been some interesting studies done on eyewitnesses and like what people perceive to have happened and what they remember. And it's interesting. If you want to learn more about that, we can absolutely find a video and watch more about that because it's cool.
3. The brain rewires itself daily. Neuroplasticity, often called the brain's ability to rewire itself, is one of the most fascinating discoveries in neuroscience. This adaptability allows the brain to continuously form and reorganize synaptic connections, particularly in response to new experiences, learning, and even injury.
Hence, it's never actually too late to teach an old dog new tricks. You can absolutely always learn something new and open your mind to new possibilities. Just because you hold something close doesn't mean that, like, that's stubbornness. Like, you can absolutely change someone's mind about something, but they hold on to the idea that you can't, then they're making a choice too.
Neuroplasticity is at the heart of acquiring new skills, forming memories, and adapting to changes throughout life. For instance, when someone learns a new language or plays a musical instrument, specific neural pathways become stronger and more efficient, enabling the retention and recall of this new knowledge.
You do have to work
injury,
on it, though.
such as a stroke, neuroplasticity can help the brain reroute functions that were impaired by damage, often allowing patients to regain lost abilities through practice and rehabilitation. Number 2. Dreams have a purpose beyond entertainment.
I thought that we didn't really know what that was, though. Like, because, I mean, we say that it has to do with, like, reorganizing thoughts and, like, helping you sort through things, right? But I feel like, do we know that for sure?
Dreams are more than random images or stories created during sleep. They are crucial in emotional processing, memory consolidation, and problem solving. Research shows that during the REM, rapid eye movement, sleep phase, the brain actively sorts through recent memories and experiences, integrating them into long-term storage. This sleep phase is particularly associated with emotionally charged memories, which are thought to be processed and rehearsed in the safety of a dream state, helping us cope with real-life emotional challenges. Some studies also suggest that
I just am like, you know what? I don't know how, like, zombies coming after me in my dream and I have to, like, run up to an attic and then they're still coming up the stairs. So then I have to pull a motorcycle out from somewhere and we crash through the attic window onto the street and ride away from the horde of zombies. How is that? What emotion am I needing to process there other than just the need for adrenaline or something? How is that helpful? I'm not sure how that's helpful. That's all.
dreaming provides a form of threat simulation, a way for our brains to prepare for potential dangers or conflicts.
Okay,
This mental rehearsal of real or imagined situations helps us develop problem-solving skills and emotional resilience.
Okay, so he answered the question right away. This happens to me all the time. Like, I ask a question and then moments later it's said in the video. Good to know I'm still Still there, still doing that to it. Great.
Number 1. The brain forgets
Oh
on
yeah,
purpose.
I did know
The
it does
brain's
that.
ability to forget is an active process that helps maintain mental efficiency and resilience.
It's like what's like. I mean, I've blocked out memories before because I just didn't want to think about them. Uh, most of middle school, honestly, completely just not in my mom told me once that like, and this is when I was like 16. So like when I was as not that far removed from middle school, she was like, you came home crying almost every day. I was like, oh, and this in like the 6th grade. I was like, don't remember that. No recollection of that at all. I remember like I lost a lot of friends in 6th grade because like we went from a smaller school to a much larger school. And then suddenly everybody who I'd been friends with got cool and I was not. And then I made a lot of new friends. And then the next year in 7th grade, all of my new friends had become stoners over the summer. So I was still friendly with them, but they didn't share their stuff. I was not a stoner in middle school or ever, but like I was like, I don't remember most of middle school.
Research shows that forgetting isn't merely a failure of memory, but an intentional mechanism involving specific brain cells called microglia, often referred to as the brain's
Microglia.
housekeepers.
Okay.
These cells identify synapses, connections between neurons, that are no longer in frequent use, signaling that the information they hold is no longer relevant. This process, known as synaptic pruning, is especially active during childhood and adolescence, but continues throughout life. Forgetting irrelevant information helps the brain avoid
irrelevant
overload
information.
and focus on critical, frequently accessed knowledge. So you've just
See, like I make jokes about that kind of thing all the time. It's like, man, I need to forget some stuff and get some more room in there. Man, it's true.
watched my video on 10 bizarre facts you never knew about the human brain. I hope you learned something new and interesting.
I did.
If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more amazing science content.
Cool. Oh my goodness. All right. Dun, da, da. Grand. All right, I'll give him a little like. And like I said, it's a channel I haven't heard before. He's got about almost 400 subscribers. Someone new channel. All right. I thought this was interesting. I hope you did too. And like I said, go ahead and check out Factopia for more stuff. I think I probably shall. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye. Oh, and don't forget to leave a like here too. Like the video, subscribe, all of that stuff. I think I said that already. It's fine. Bye.